everything. I'm addicted, I want this medicine. Gang sharp, feel like I can beat, I got a severance.
Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. McCole Hardman returning from the end zone. Stays up on the
20 to the 22-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on third down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And the Rams at 7-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Stafford now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, now Carr. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Back to throw. Stafford taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He hits Adams, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Again, it's Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take
the offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough?
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Rams, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. They got his man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
First down, Las Vegas.
To throw is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Stafford. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Carr to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Carr. Throwing Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
49-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From midfield, here's Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Caught left side, Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play. Out of bounds. The offense retains possession.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but it did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Robinson up the middle. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 77 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Carr gonna go on 4th down. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Rams 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
McCole Hardman on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. This pass going to be... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fights through it. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
That is down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Preston Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
At the 45-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
Carr now on first down. Touchdown! Preston Williams, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And some room to work. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talked about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr.
Slant to Adams.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Now Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Las Vegas.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, it's Carr.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 155 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his pass is caught. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Carr going to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Williams brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time.